Hi folks, welcome back. So in the previous set of videos, we have learned couple of examples of customize where we can leverage the functionalities of customize like the generators, transformers, and multi-base, multi-objects, the different sort of patching techniques and all those things. So now let's touch base about one of the beautiful I can say one of the wonderful feature of customize is the integration with Helm chat. So basically, you can do two to three ways of Helm chat integration with customize. One is by generating all the Helm template values and put it in the format of base and overlays and override it. That's a typical fashion of customization, just like any other Kubernetes YAML definitions. The another one is directly, referencing the remote path of the, customization URL. I mean, basically the Helm chart URL, and then reference that Helm chart with Helm chart template. I mean, the format inside a customization.yaml. The third one is directly giving the chart reference, which is public charts or private charts, depends on where you have kept the chart, and referencing this. That is what I liked most, and that is what I recommend you guys to use it in your environments. So that examples, only I have covered here because generating the templates and using it is just like a typical old traditional method which anybody can do, and it's not that you're going to achieve. You're not able to completely utilize the Helm chart features in that. So that is the reason why. Let's take example of this Helm Grafana. So just like any other customization definition, I have a base, I have a overlay. So in the base customization that YAML itself, if you see, I am defining the chart, Grafana chart. This is my chart name, okay, and this is the Grafana version, and then this is the repo, which is an official repo of Grafana, and then the release name. This release name can be anything, and then the value file. So I have a value.yaml here where I'm supplying the admin username and admin password and what kind of service and number of replicas. So if you see the overlay, same Helm chart, what I'm doing, I'm referencing it from the base and then I'm overriding it. If you want even change the version, since this is the latest version, I'm not changing it. But if you want to change it, you can change it the release name from Grafana to Grafana dev and then values dev here. You can see I have changing the admin username and admin password and the service from cluster IP to node port number of replicas to 2. Similarly in the production as well, I'm changing it from Grafana to Grafana prod and then it is referencing the prod value, number of replicas I'm changing, the password also I am changing. All right, so let's try to build this customize and see whether this is successfully working or not. So let me go to that. So this is an example. Now let me try customization build. The only thing you need to be mindful when with this approach is since it is via Helm, you need to use this parameter called enable Helm. Okay, and then you have to try. If you want, you can even try your base is working as expected or not. This is your base chat. Since it has to reference from that public, it might take couple of seconds. There you go, you can see here. So what it is doing is it has done all these things, the deployment name, the version, all those things automatically is generated. If you just give apply, it will go and apply. If you want, you can test it. So it's like kubectl apply hyphen f hyphen. So what it does is it go to that particular Helm chat, it downloads all the necessary YAMLs for that, and there you go. You can see here that it is deploying the required resource, whatever it is, for that Grafana. You can see through Helm chat, by using customization, I am deploying the Grafana. Okay, now that we have demonstrated it, now that we have demonstrated it, I'm going to delete it so that I can try customization for my overlays. Good. Now let me try customizing it for overlay dev. There you go. So if you see in this example, now let's go to the top. Yep. So the naming convention, if you see, it is changed from Grafana to Grafana dev because the release name is changed from Grafana to Grafana dev inside your customization. And one more thing you have to keep a note here. When you do the customization, it is going to create a chat, download it to your local, and keep all these things because that is what it is going to do, and then it will show you the customization. So don't get surprised that what is this new thing which you have not created and all of a sudden it's created and all. Don't get confused with that. So that's about dev. Similarly, let's try for prod. Yeah, you can see it is already appended the tag and number of replicas as well. It has changed to 3, and all those things. It is done. I mean, like that's the beauty, I mean, like you need not to write all those complex Helm charts required for anything and all. This is just with the example of public repository. Similarly, if you have private repository, you kept it in a particular folder, give the reference of this particular Helm chart and do it. That's also straightforward. So that's the beauty of customize. I mean, like it makes your job so easy that you will not be able to, I mean, even understand that, oh, do I need to think that it is going and all? I mean, like you need not even worry about that. So that's one example. Similarly, you have another example of open search. Same thing. One extra thing what I am doing here is inside your customization, I am giving the namespace name as a logging, and then the resource. I know if you see here, the namespace creation definition I have already given here, and then the value where number of replicas I am defining, and then the cluster name and the port I am defining. That is what is supplied through this customization. Now how can I override it in the overlays? That is also I have defined. It's referencing the base, and then here if you see I'm giving open search production, and then the value will be from my value production. Here as well replicas I'm increasing to 4. Similarly, another customization I'm giving the release name would be open source staging. So this is the like define at one place, customize even the built-in Helm chart as well with the different options. That's the beauty of customization integration with Helm charts. So I would recommend to use this approach, which is very straightforward, reliable. Only thing you have to worry about, this integration of Helm chart with customization is version. When I say version, your Helm version and your customized version should be in sync. Even if for example mine Helm version is 3.16, my customization is 5.5, so both are latest version. So if there is a discrepancy in the version, I mean, it's very hard to say which version will match and all. You need to be very mindful. That always I recommend to keep to the latest version. I know which, for example, if the Helm is at the latest version, similarly you keep the latest version of customization as well, because that is the recommended approach. Because previously I was struggling to do something because it was not able to create the temporary directory for the Helm deployments when it is trying to deploy. That's a common issue which users come across when using the Helm chart. So during that time, the recommended solution for that is maintaining the version, up-to-date version for both Helm chart and customize. So that's the another example, straightforward. You can always go back and build and try. So as I said, these are tested examples. I'm not going to waste your time by again demonstrating the same thing. So that's about Helm chart, deployment explanation. You have the example of open search here, which you can always go back and try. And finally, there is one example which I forgot to explain, which is the validation transform. So I was mentioning this is also one of the feature where, okay, it's a straightforward example. So what is there? I have the typical Nginx service definition, deployment definition, and then the customization. The only thing I'm doing customization is deployment, not the service at this moment here. Now let's go to the customization for overlay. Here what I'm doing, I'm giving the transformers labelings. For example, if you see here label transformer, I'm giving something like ensuring that all my overlay development environments are subjected to this label transfers, which is like environment dev. And also add the path to the metadata labels field specific to this. That is also I'm defining here. Similarly, the number of replicas as well during the patch transfer, I'm changing it from 2 to 1. So that is what, same thing in the production, I'm giving the label as a prod. This is one way of referencing it. Also, if you want to do it straight away from the common labels, that is also you can do it, which I have already shown. So this is very simple example. You can go and build and try. This is a working code. That 100% I can give you the guarantee. So that's all about customization. So as I said, this is my repository. You can go and hit this in the Google. You will get to download all the files present here if you want. Play around with this, and as I said, I tried to cover almost all sort of scenarios with customize. If I might have missed one or two, I don't know, but it's possible. It's very difficult to cover each and every small details, but I tried my best to cover almost all sort of examples, which ideally useful in typical customization, implementation in your organization. So that's all about customization, folks. So again, if you want to read more, you can go back to the customization documentation. So here you can find all the details, introduction to customization. You have this beautiful KubeCon video where the how this customization was like initially has launched. That is given here, and this is the guy Brian Grant. He's the guy who's the brain, the brain behind this declarative approach mechanism eventually turned as a customization. You have this white paper, we can always go back and read, because you can find more details about that. You have a couple of examples here. So that is where some of the examples I have taken from here to demonstrate with some of the modifications which I did it personally. But this hello world example and validation transfer example, I picked it from here. But rest of the example I have constructed by own, myself. So yeah, that's all, folks. I hope you have enjoyed these videos, and please do subscribe to my channel and support me. I will come up with one more series very soon. Thank you so much.